The WWE Universe is furious. And honestly, they have every right to be. Imagine this. Hulk Hogan, the man who carried the wrestling world on his broad shoulders for decades, the icon whose name alone could fill arenas, has barely been laid to rest, and his own family is already tearing each other apart over his property. No, this isn't a joke. This isn't tabloid gossip. This is an ugly, heartbreaking reality. Linda Hogan, Hulk Hogan's ex-wife, and Sky Daly, his widow, are reportedly locked in an all-out war over who gets what from Hogan's estate. And the way this fight is playing out is making fans across the globe sick to their stomachs. People are calling it shameful, disrespectful. Some even say it's spitting on the legacy of the man they claim to have loved. Here's the part that's infuriating everyone. This isn't just about a single property. We're talking about Hulk Hogan's massive Florida mansion, his collection of luxury cars, his wrestling memorabilia, gear and items from his decades in the ring, some pieces worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. These aren't just material possessions, they're history. They're pieces of WWE heritage. But instead of honoring his memory, Linda and Sky are reportedly screaming at each other in lawyers' offices, sending threats through attorneys, and even arguing publicly at family gatherings since the funeral. Yes, you heard that right. Days after saying their final goodbyes to Hulk Hogan, they were already fighting over his house keys. And the WWE Universe has been flooding social media with outrage. Fans are digging up old interviews, old reality show clips, pointing to the years of bad blood between Linda and Hulk after their messy divorce, and now they're asking, is this what Hulk would have wanted? For his family to be clawing at each other like vultures. Let's rewind for a second. Because to understand why this fight is so explosive, you have to know the backstory. Hulk Hogan and Linda were married for 26 years. They went through the ups and downs, the fame, the scandals, the reality TV cameras, and then came the divorce in 2009, one of the most bitter and public breakups wrestling fans had ever seen. Linda walked away with a massive chunk of Hogan's wealth. It was ugly, it was messy, and it left a scar. Fast forward to more recent years, Hulk meets Sky Daly, a yoga instructor from Florida, and the two seem happy. He publicly credits her for bringing peace back into his life after years of chaos. They get married quietly, away from the cameras, and for a while, it looks like Hogan has finally found some peace. But now, that peace is gone. And the ugly war is out in the open. According to insiders, the first major blow-up happened just 3 days after Hulk Hogan's funeral. Sky Daly was reportedly at the Hogan estate going over legal documents with Hulk's attorney, when Linda arrived unannounced. Witnesses claim Linda started demanding that certain assets, including the Florida mansion, belong to her, not Sky. She claimed Hulk had promised her those properties years ago as part of their divorce settlement, but never transferred them. Sky allegedly fired back that the will was clear, everything went to her as Hogan's legal spouse at the time of his death. From that point on, it's been chaos. The tabloids are calling it the Hogan House War, and fans are disgusted. People are saying this is the last thing Hulk would have wanted, especially considering how much he valued his image and his legacy in wrestling history. And here's where things get even messier. Certain members of the wrestling world have started taking sides. Some of Hogan's old friends are quietly backing Linda, saying she was with him through the decades of grind, the back injuries, the scandals, and deserves more than she got. Others are firmly in Sky's corner, pointing out that she was there for Hogan in his final years, taking care of him when his health started to fail. The WWE Universe is split, but most agree that dragging this fight into the public eye is a massive disrespect to Hulk's memory. And the more you dig into this, the more shocking details start to emerge. Because it's not just about who owns the house, it's about what's inside it. The fight over Hulk Hogan's estate isn't just a family squabble, it's rapidly becoming a full-blown WWE soap opera. One of the most explosive flashpoints in this war has been the legendary Hulkamania memorabilia. Rings, championship belts, iconic costumes, and even personal letters, that many believed would be preserved as wrestling history, not pawns in a bitter property battle. Insiders say Linda claims she has exclusive rights to much of the memorabilia because they were gifted to her during the peak of Hogan's career. She's reportedly threatened legal action to prevent Sky from selling or even displaying these items publicly. On the other side, Sky Daly is determined to protect Hulk's legacy as it was written in his final will and testament, meaning she controls the estate, including the memorabilia, and wants to set up a foundation honoring Hulk Hogan's legacy. This isn't just about money, it's about who gets to control the story of Hulk Hogan. And you better believe the WWE Universe is watching every move like it's WrestleMania itself. To add fuel to the fire, word is Linda has hired one of the top entertainment lawyers in Florida, known for taking down celebrities in high-stakes property disputes. This move has sent shockwaves throughout the wrestling community. Meanwhile, Sky's team insists they have airtight legal documents proving the estate is rightfully hers to manage. Meanwhile, The drama has spiraled outside courtrooms and lawyers' offices straight into social media, where WWE fans have been merciless. Memes mocking the Hogan House drama have gone viral. Twitter threads debate who's in the right, and YouTube videos dissect every public interaction between Linda and Sky. Fans have even started their own petitions demanding the two settle their differences quietly and respectfully for Hulk's sake. But the public drama isn't just online. Multiple witnesses report heated arguments between Linda and Sky at the Hogan estate itself, yelling matches loud enough to be heard by neighbors, even police calls in some cases. And if that wasn't enough, the fight has seeped into WWE circles. Some wrestlers who knew Hulk personally have spoken out in interviews, calling the feud disgraceful, and pleading for privacy and respect. Others have taken more pointed jabs, questioning Linda's motives and loyalty. The entire situation has left the WWE Universe split down the middle. Fans are angry, disillusioned, and frankly heartbroken that Hulk Hogan's final chapter would be marred by family betrayal and greed. But maybe the most gut-wrenching part of this story. Both Linda and Sky reportedly have stopped speaking altogether, communicating only through lawyers and legal threats. And as days go by, the legal fees skyrocket, the estate's value is threatened, and the very memory of Hulk Hogan risks being lost in the crossfire. So, where does this leave Hulk Hogan's legacy? Is it doomed to be remembered not for his iconic matches, his electrifying charisma, or his monumental influence on wrestling? Or will this family feud be the moment where the WWE Universe rallies together, demanding respect for one of wrestling's greatest legends? One thing's clear. This story is far from over. Legal documents leaked to the press this week have revealed just how deep the battlefield runs beneath the surface of this family feud. Sky Daily's lawyers have filed motions not only to confirm her ownership of the estate but to freeze all assets until the dispute is settled, meaning neither Linda nor any other party can touch a single piece of Hogan's wealth or memorabilia without court approval. Meanwhile, Linda's camp fired back with claims that several of those assets were not part of the will and were rightfully hers from the divorce settlement decades ago. More explosive, they allege Sky has been hiding key documents that could invalidate parts of the will altogether. This legal tug of war is draining millions from the estate, money that some argue could be used for charitable foundations or preserving Hulk's wrestling history for future generations. Instead, it's lining attorneys' pockets as the feud spirals out of control. And if you thought the drama was only in the courtroom, think again. Sources close to the Hogan family have revealed tension is so thick at family gatherings that some relatives have started choosing sides openly, causing rifts that threaten to shatter what little unity was left. At a recent private memorial, an argument between Linda and Sky allegedly escalated so badly that security had to be called to break up the confrontation. Family members who witnessed it said they had never seen anything like it, a bitter clash that left everyone stunned and mourning the loss of the man they all loved. Social media. It's a battleground too. The WWE Universe has been merciless. Hashtags like hashtag Hogan Family Feud and hashtag Disrespecting Hulk have flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, with fans demanding the drama stop and respect be given where it's due. Several wrestlers have taken to their own platforms to voice their opinions. Some are siding with Linda, applauding her loyalty during Hogan's darkest days. Others are defending Sky, praising her devotion in Hogan's final chapter. But the overwhelming sentiment is one of sadness and anger. Fans don't want Hulk Hogan's legacy overshadowed by this bitter property war. And now, here's the big question hanging over the WWE Universe: what's next? Legal experts predict this fight could drag on for years, entangling the Hogan name in courtroom battles that only serve to divide and diminish the legacy of one of wrestling's greatest icons. But hope is not lost. A few trusted sources say WWE executives are quietly working behind the scenes to broker peace between Linda and Sky. They understand the stakes are massive, both for the company's image and for fans worldwide. Because at the end of the day, Hulk Hogan's legacy belongs not just to his family, but to all of wrestling. And the WWE Universe wants to see that legacy honored with dignity, not torn apart by greed and anger. Sources close to the Hogan estate have revealed some jaw-dropping details that make this feud way messier than fans ever imagined. Apparently, behind the scenes, Linda and Sky haven't just been exchanging angry words or lawyer threats. They've been firing off text messages so savage, they'd make even the most hardened WWE heel blush. One leaked message from Linda to a close friend reads, "She thinks she can walk into Hulk's house and take everything like she's the queen. Not on my watch. I was there through the storms. She's just a chapter, not the whole book." Meanwhile, Sky fired back in a private message to her confidant. "Linda's bitterness is a cancer. Hulk wanted peace. I'm here to protect his name and everything he left behind. I'm not backing down, no matter how ugly it gets." This digital war paints a picture of raw emotion, deep hurt, and years of unresolved tension finally exploding in public. And the WWE Universe is eating it up. furious, heartbroken, but completely hooked. But here's where it gets even crazier. Insiders say WWE executives are deeply concerned this fight could spiral into full-on litigation that drags on for years, costing millions and fracturing relationships beyond repair. They've reportedly reached out to both Linda and Sky, proposing mediation sessions in hopes of brokering a truce before things get any worse. But as of now, sources say both women are standing firm. No compromises, no peace talks. In the meantime, the public fallout continues. Fan forums are flooded with passionate debates. Some defend Linda's decades of loyalty and the sacrifices she made alongside Hulk. Others argue Sky deserves to control the estate as Hogan's wife at his time of death and the person who stood by him in his final years. Even wrestling legends have weighed in, some quietly, some not so quietly, calling for the family to put aside differences and honor Hulk's legacy instead of destroying it. And then, in a shocking twist, rumors began circulating that WWE itself might intervene directly. Sources claim WWE is considering establishing an official Hulk Hogan Legacy Fund, a foundation that would preserve his memorabilia, support wrestling scholarships, and protect his brand worldwide. But here's the catch. WWE wants both Linda and Sky to step down from managing the estate and instead put the legacy in the hands of a neutral third party. This move, if true, could either be the piece Hulk Hogan's family desperately needs, or the final spark that ignites the biggest showdown yet. One thing's for sure. Hulk Hogan's death has left a void that no amount of property fights or legal battles can fill. The WWE Universe is watching closely, hoping that love for the wrestling icon will eventually win over the bitterness and greed. But until that day comes, this saga will continue to fuel heated debates, broken family ties, and intense fan reactions. So, what do you think? Who deserves to control Hulk Hogan's legacy? Linda, Sky, or maybe WWE itself? Drop your thoughts, theories, and opinions in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. And if you want the full, unfiltered updates as this story unfolds, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss the latest from WrestlingNewsCC. Just when you thought this saga couldn't get any juicier, new leaks are spilling out that hint at a secret alliance between two major players behind the scenes, one unexpected, one downright shocking. Sources say that Linda Hogan has quietly teamed up with a powerful wrestling veteran who's been silent on this feud until now. This figure, someone with deep roots in WWE's golden era, is reportedly advising Linda on how to fight Sky's legal team hard and protect her claims over Hulk's legacy. Fans are buzzing, trying to guess who this mysterious ally might be. Some speculate it's a longtime friend of Linda's from back in the day, someone with serious clout and a reputation for making waves when the stakes are high. Others think it might be a former wrestling rival of Sky's, eager to tip the scales in Linda's favor. Meanwhile, Sky Daly isn't sitting quietly either. Insiders reveal she's gained the backing of a prominent entertainment lawyer known for representing high-profile celebrity estates, someone with a track record of winning tough battles against ex-spouses and disputing families. This legal powerhouse is said to be working day and night crafting a case that not only reinforces Sky's ownership of the estate but aims to discredit Linda's claims as outdated and irrelevant. The tension between these two camps has grown so toxic, WWE insiders whisper that if this legal war continues unchecked, it could spark a public feud that drags down not just the Hogan family but WWE's entire women's division. WWE's leadership is reportedly terrified that the drama could overshadow upcoming pay-per-views and storylines, forcing them to step in more aggressively than ever before. And here's a bombshell for you. Sources close to the Hogan family say that there's an emerging third faction in this battle. Some of Hulk's closest friends and former tag team partners who are tired of the fighting and want to mediate peace. They are pushing for a family council to be formed, hoping to broker a deal that honors Hulk's memory without lawsuits and public spats. But the question remains, will Linda and Sky be willing to sit down at the same table? Fans are split on how this all will end. Some predict a bitter, drawn-out courtroom showdown that will last for years, draining every last dime from the estate and leaving Hulk's legacy in tatters. Others hold out hope that a resolution is near, one that puts family above everything else. But no matter how this story unfolds, one thing is crystal clear. Hulk Hogan's name isn't just about wrestling moves or championship belts. It's about a legacy of passion, grit, and the larger-than-life persona that inspired millions. And right now, that legacy is being fought over like a prize too big for anyone to truly own. So, WWE Universe, what's your take? Who do you think will win this epic battle for Hulk Hogan's estate? Will it be Linda, Sky, Wee's intervention, or maybe a surprise twist that none of us see coming? Drop your hottest opinions in the comments, share this video with your wrestling crew, and let's keep this conversation blazing like a Hulkamania run.